it's Ree, and welcome back to Review with Ree, where I explain NMAT topics per subtest like a review center would, but for free. By the way, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you! For this video, we're gonna dive into the embryonic development, specifically the derivatives of germ layers in our biology subtest. I actually love this topic so much, even while I was still preparing for the NMAT. I couldn't figure out why. Yun pala, kahit malayo pa lang, parang na-feel ko na yung aura niya. First subject niyo ng med school dockies. Boom. Embryology. Boom. Germ layers. Like, isa utak at isa puso niyo talaga tong tutorial na to. Kasi di lang to pang NMAT. Pang med school pa. O, diba? May pa-advanced study na kayo sa med school. You're welcome! But first, let's get to know what these words actually mean. Para sa mga non-trad pre-med dyan, or maybe even trad ones, pero kinakalawang na. First off, ano ba yung embryonic development? So, embryonic development is actually the complex biological process by which a fertilized egg, otherwise known as your zygote, right? Egg cell plus sperm cell, fertilized egg, zygote. Okay, so this is the process in which the fertilized egg would grow and transform into a more complex organism through processes such as your cell division, migration, and differentiation, forming the distinct tissues and organs of an embryo. Okay, so iisa lang yan sila ha, yung ating zygote at embryo. Different stages lang of the development. Okay, so first off, sperm cell plus egg cell, that will become your zygote, right? And then, it undergoes cell division, right? Blastomere, morula, blastocyst. And then, by weeks 3 to 8, it will become your embryo. Weeks 9 up until birth, that will be your fetus na. And then once it is born, or upon birth, that will be your infant. Okay? So not really part of the germ layer discussion, pero it's nice to know that those are the terms in different stages of development. Okay? Gets? Gets. Now, ano naman ang mga germ layers? Much more yung derivatives ng mga yan. So a germ layer is a group of cells in an embryo that interact with each other as the embryo develops and contribute to the formation of all organs and tissues. So itong mga to, yung primary germ layers natin tatlo, Ectoderm, Mesoderm, and Endoderm. Now for your germ layer derivatives, these are the specific tissues and then organs and organ systems that arise from the three primary germ layers. Okay, so the entirety of the human body, the organs, the tissues, comes from your primary germ layers. Okay, so intro pa lang yun na. Let's get into these ones talaga na labasin sa NMAT. Yung mismong derivatives ng each and every germ layer. So starting off, we have here Ectoderm. Okay, so let's dissect the etymology of the term. So your Ectoderm, the ecto there means outside, outer, or external. So in general terms, the ectodermal germ layer actually gives rise to organs and structures that maintain contact with the outside world. So there's this memory trick that I've come across while preparing for the NMAT. I think I found it in Reddit, and then I think the Reddit people got it from USMLE, na Step 1 book. I think it's somewhere there. But the ectoderm, how you're gonna remember the components or derivatives, this germ layer is actually, to call it, Ectoderm instead, okay? So, Ectoderm, Ectoderm. Why? Because the Ectoderm derivatives are actually made up of things that could attract others as well. So, what do I mean by that? So, ano ba yung type natin sa mga love interests natin? Ito na naman tayo with the romance aspect. Okay, so, anywho. So, diba, there are people, specifically yung mga sapiosexual people, who are attracted to individuals who are brainy, right? Who are smart, intelligent, bright people. So your ectoderm actually gives rise to your central nervous system, composing of your brain and spinal cord, as well as your peripheral nervous system, right? the cranial and spinal nerves. So those systems come from your ectoderm. Okay. So what else yung pinaka una talaga napapansin mo sa isang tao at masasabi mo na crush ko siya, ganun. Yung pinaka superficial, guys, love at first sight, right? Your physical attributes. So your looks. So what is in ectoderm, aka attractoderm? Senses. Specifically your epithelium of the ear, the nose, and the eye. So I just put it in there because even though specifically it's the senses part of the ears, the eyes, and the nose, pero I just think of it na, di ba, mas attracted tayo dun sa mga malalaki yung eyes or chinito, maliliit. For nose, for sure, we're attracted sa like mataas yung nose bridge, yung mga matatangos yung ilong. And then for the ear, right, some would prefer it if it's not that apparent. Okay, from the front view, di ba, may ganyan nun. Gusto nila parang dikit talaga sa head. So, specifically the senses though of your ears, nose, and eyes, those arise from your ectoderm. Another thing, very important when you talk about looks, your skin, okay? The epidermis, the outer part of the skin, arises from your ectoderm, as well as your hair and nails, okay? Very dermatology, it's here in ectoderm, okay? Your skin, your hair, and your nails. Another thing, ito, actually when I prepare for the NMAT, hindi ko alam to. This is from your Langman's book, which is our embryology Bible in med school. So, share ko lang, additional info na lang na your ectoderm also gives rise to your subcutaneous glands, okay? Your sweat glands and all that, diba? So, medyo nakaka-turn off din if a bit sweaty yung person. So, gano'n na lang. Gano'n yung pag-remember nyo sa subcutaneous glands. Okay? Your mammary glands as well. So, yung, I-remember ko lang dito is like your boobies or something. And then your pituitary gland. Okay? So, it also plays a role in your personality, which is also part of the things you find attractive in a person. Okay? As well as your enamel of the teeth. Okay? So, diba, yung iba, ayaw if yellowish yung teeth, yung enamel yung nag-contribute nun. So, all in all, that's your ectoderm, aka attractoderm. Your brains, CNS, PNS. Your looks, the skin, hair, nails, ear, nose, eyes, mammary glands, subcutaneous glands, enamel of the teeth, as well as your personality, which could be influenced by your pituitary gland. So, yun lang yun for ectoderm. Let's move on to the next one. This is your mesoderm. So, again, etymology, meso means what? Middle or intermediate. So it is the middle layer. Memory trick for this one is moveoderm or meansoderm. So it's the means of movement. Andito yung circulation, right? Your blood keeps on moving. Your production, your sperm cells, they go ahead and move towards the egg cell, right? And then, of course, very obvious, musculoskeletal system. Let's dive into these ones specifically. So as I've said, you have there your muscle tissue, your cartilage, your bones, and then take note, this is the dermis of the skin. Okay? Yung sa kanina yung ectoderm, it's the epidermis. This one is the dermis. So these are all your supporting tissues as well. Another thing is that it also gives rise to your vascular system, specifically the heart, arteries, veins, your lymph vessels, and even all the blood and all the lymph cells. Furthermore, it also gives rise to your urogenital system, specifically your upper GU or genital urinary system, right? Your kidneys, your gonads, and all of their ducts. But it's important to note that it does not include your bladder, okay? Your bladder is for the next one pa. So, just remember kidneys, gonads, and their ducts, not including the bladder, okay? And then finally, this is also from, a bit mas specific na to guys kasi it's from the Langman's book na naman. It's the spleen and the cortex of the suprarenal glands or adrenal glands. They're also mesodermal derivatives. So I think what's important to note lang dito sa mesoderm is musculoskeletal, right? Your muscles, your bones, your cartilages. And then, circulatory, your heart, arteries, veins, blood. I-include na lang din natin yung lymphatic system. And then, of course, your kidneys, gonads, and ducts, your genital urinary system. So those 3 systems, or no, 4 pala. Those are important to note in your mesoderm. Okay? Lastly, mabilis lang to na topic. You have your endoderm. Your endoderm, endo means within or inside. So I also use the memory trick Insidoderm. Very redundant, pero yeah, it works. It's the internal linings and the glands, you guys, duckies. So the main organ system derived from your endodermal germ layer is actually your gastrointestinal tract, your digestive system, your gastrointestinal system. Okay, so all the insides, the guts, that's your endoderm. Another thing you need to know about is during further development, endoderm actually gives rise as well to your epithelial lining of the respiratory tract, your lungs, okay, the parenchyma of your thyroid, parathyroids, liver, as well as your pancreas. It also gives rise to your reticular stroma of the tonsils and then the thymus. It also the epithelial lining of your lower genitourinary system, your urinary bladder, and your urethra. Okay? So, as I've said and emphasized kanina, sa mesoderm, walang bladder included doon kasi andi dito yung bladder. Okay? So, take note of that na lang para hindi kayo ma-confuse. And then, lastly, another, not really a must-know, just good to know fact is that it's also gives rise to the epithelial lining of your tympanic cavity and auditory tube in your ears. So that's that. Okay, so what's important to know here in endoderm is it's the GI, the respiratory system, your thyroid, parathyroids, accessory organs such as your liver, your pancreas. Also, yeah, your tonsils and thymus as well, and your lower GU. Okay? Those are the things you need to know in endoderm. So, recap muna tayo, and as well as tips and tricks on how to memorize them. We have our attractoderm. So, again, as I've said, is what you find attractive in a person, like your brain and personality as well as your looks. Okay, so for your brain, PNS, CNS, personality, possibly pituitary gland, and then the looks, okay, your skin, hair, and nails. That's how you memorize the attractoderm, the ectoderm. Okay? And then for the mesoderm, skip muna tayo dyan kasi ang daming ang daming components. So move muna tayo sa insidoderm. So as I've said, all the guts and the insides. I like to use the memory trick. Talk to you later, girl, as well as live, laugh, love, because that's a famous book for the girlies. Okay, so talk to you later, girl. That's for your thyroid. Okay, the first T. And then, include lang din natin dyan yung parathyroids. Okay, thyroid and parathyroids for your first letter T. For the second letter T, that's tonsils and thymus. Okay, and then for your L, that's your liver. Lover. Okay, and then the G is for your GIT. Okay, so talk to you later, girl. That's thyroid and parathyroid, tonsils and thymus, liver, and then GIT. Now for your live, love, love, that's actually for your lungs, right? Your respiratory tract. The second L is for your lower GU, your bladder and your urethra. And then the last L is for your pancreas. I could not insert kasi the P, so I googled the Tagalog for pancreas. It's actually lapay. Okay, so let's use lapay. Okay, so that's lungs, lower GU, lapay, live, laugh, love. So again, ectoderm, brains, personality, looks. Insidoderm, talk to you later, girl. And then live, laugh, love. Okay, so finally, balik tayo. Mesoderm or Movoderm. So tamad kasi ako mag-memorize. I actually just memorized your ectoderm and then your endoderm, and then anything that did not arise from the two is automatically mesoderm, okay? Movoderm. So, if hindi mo na-recall from sa ectoderm or sa endoderm, that's mesoderm, automatic, okay? That's your muscular skeletal system, also your reproductive system, as well as your lymphatic system. And then, include na lang din natin yung upper GU, yung kidney and gonads and their tracts. Okay? So, that wraps up our discussion for your germ layers, and embryonic development. So here are my references. That's all for this tutorial. Until next time, this has been Review with Ree, reminding you that the hours you've put in will never amount to nothing. Bye!